behind us is Wakefield Cathedral. And we've got one word to say to you. Rhubarb. So why did we say rhubarb? We said rhubarb because
it's a Rhubarb Festival at Wakefield. We're in search of rhubarb. People have got loads of it, so it must be somewhere up here.
And something that I didn't realise was that rhubarb isn't a fruit. It's a vegetable. Let's go and have a look around. If we can get near the stalls. I know that Keith saw a stall that was selling rhubarb fudge before, so that's definitely on the list.
Is that all done? Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, £8, thanks.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, £6, love.
Great, thank you. Okay, lovely, thank you. Cheers.
So that's a happy start.
Yes.
Not a happy ending, it's a happy start.
Yes, they are. They're so like our classic pork pies, but then with a soft rhubarb topping on top.
Right.
There's no pastry on the top, so we like to call it slightly healthier. it's got
Healthier.
fruit instead.
I'll have a couple of them then, please.
Yeah, just two.
Yes, please.
Perfect. Put that through.
And
Not yet, I'm not finished yet.
got some cheese.
Some cheese. Yeah, I guess we'll eat it, but you like Wi-Fi was better that is.
This lady saying that hers are all preserves rather than jams. It's all to do with the fruit content.
Is it?
Yeah, jams, there's no real regulation, whereas
Right.
preserves, she's got over 50% fruit in it. So
Any rhubarb?
there is rhubarb. There's rhubarb and ginger, rhubarb and strawberry. What do you want?
Rhubarb and ginger, I think.
Can I have a strawberry and ginger and a rhubarb and ginger? I got it wrong place, wrong time.
He's got strawberries on the mind.
And strawberries, yes,
Yeah.
please.
You really confused me.
I know.
It confuses me all the time, don't worry about it.
That's it?
Yeah. Well, what else have we got?
That's all. Chuck this in that.
Oh, have you got...
There's like rhubarb and date chutney.
We'll have one of them as well then.
Yes.
You're a good salesman, aren't you?
That, honestly, that is delicious.
Right.
It's like on that phone today.
It's gone through okay. Lovely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good day. We will.
Seen that cat I was on looked up last night. See?
Will you?
Yeah.
All right.
I was filming it.
All right. Oh, we...
I was serving the lady that sent to walking down the interview people.
Yeah.
And then she was talking to Jill. And I was there and I signed my camera and went out. We looked last night and I went on.
Famous, you see. This is going on YouTube. Thanks very much. No, we don't do GoPros. That's
DJI.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Similar, yeah.
yeah, they do the drones as well. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
See ya. Like the sheep and the pig. So, as you can see, there are a lot of rhubarb products, or rhubarb-based products here. There again it would be, because it's a rhubarb festival. Can you get some...
Pardon?
Can you get some what? Banana fish as well in a bag, please? Rhubarb fudge.
And you want banana?
Yeah, get it in a separate bag then you're not mixing
What
them.
those?
Get as much rhubarb as you want. Yeah, you want like banana, will you?
No.
I don't even like fudge really.
Rhubarb fudge.
You try a bit of this?
No, thank you.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is this the rhubarb one? Oh, please.
No, I just want to get out. Yeah? This is it, just try it.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. Go around and see something.
Just try it.
Where is it?
So it is
And one of those?
Yeah.
in the cut slice
Sheffield
or
Ford.
in the jewel. That's £2.70
Yes,
or
please.
£4.
We're not taking you in the cathedral because it's the graduation.
Ceremony. You can see all the names are going up on the screen, big screen there earlier on.
We'll find somewhere to have a coffee and we'll tell you why there's a rhubarb festival. Don't know whether we're going to see this. We just said about the graduates, so the graduation ceremony, the cathedral. Here they are, all going to it. Cheers, thank you. So it's a bit busy everywhere. We finally found somewhere to have a coffee, but it's a bit noisy, so we'll wait till we get home, show you what we bought and tell you more about the Rhubarb Festival and what it's all about. This has been Wakefield Rhubarb Festival.
So I did scones thinking that everybody would be bored silly because everybody knows how to make them. And when I asked that question there, most people hadn't made them or couldn't recognise. And then we had the debates about how you say it. I always say scone. Rhymes with grow. but always says scone. I'm disappointed in you. I think that's right, wash me. Scone. At any rate, whatever it is. So today is rhubarb. Because obviously rhubarb is a vegetable. I said this earlier. And earlier today I made quite a delicious curry, vegan curry, using it as a vegetable. But most of us think of it as a fruit. That's what, you know, when I were a kid, a treat was, oh, I always had a bag of sugar. I mean, to be a certain age, I'm not suggesting well.
Yeah, I am.
Well, you know, you dip and you and it's sort of the astringency, but the gritty of sugar and all that, and baking and cooking and eating. I think it's all about, obviously visually, it's saying that textures and tastes and that's the rhubarb. So I've got a biggish fat piece. So I don't want great big massive chunks because these scones only take whole 8 minutes in this air fryer. Now this is round sugar, so I'll put the rhubarb in there. I think that's enough for that. Some sugar in there. You've got your recipe card. If it's too sweet, big taste, just adapt it and put less in. That won't alter the texture really of the scone. Now, I've got some baking powder. So this is self-raising flour, and sometimes you expect self-raising flour to give you that. It doesn't always. Depends on like flour might be old, you know, it doesn't always work. So I just give it a little bit of extra like lift, you know, in there. So a teaspoon of that. What I've put in, and I did this with the muffins because it is rhubarb, and if I said to you what goes really well with rhubarb, you would all say orange. Sorry, orange does. I wanted you all to say custard. That's rhubarb custard. Yeah, orange is great. This is custard powder, and I've bleated on a lot this morning about, I won't go through it all again, but this is Mr. Bird's wife had an egg intolerance, so he developed Bird's custard. So it's suitable for vegans if you actually make it with proper tip. I only found that out recently. So in this, so it's a little bit more rhubarb and custardy, this scone, that's the idea. In there. So now we need a little bit of, this is not butter. You always use butter for pastry, unless I'm doing hot water, because I might use half of that. This is scones. So that's in there. And it's the rubbing in method, right? Hey, this is what baking's alright, but it's messy, isn't it? You know? It's messy. That's what I like cooking. But anyway, it's nice and soft. So just as you would with pastry, just using your fingers to make it like a crumble. It's the same idea. So that's it. Because it's soft, it's going really fast. I'm happy with that. And then we need some liquid. So milk and egg. Orientation for brushing tops. Don't brush the sides of your scones because they don't rise. For some reason it inhibits it going up. So I'm just saying that. Don't put all of it in at once because flour absorbs liquid at different rate depending on whose flour it is. So they say, and I believe these things. So you can always add it, you can't take it away, it's too much. So right, cutting scones, don't do that. That will inhibit the rise, okay? So it's down and up. Once you've got to the bottom, you can shimmy it. I'm not twisting it, like that. I'm not twisting the dough, I'm just getting it away. And then popping it out. It's beautiful. So that's that. So, we used to say, look at the colour. I mean, that's a beautiful colour, right? So yeah, so if it's a funny texture, it's because it's still warm. But you get the idea.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See, it's all stretchy. And that's setting now, so it's doing what it should do.
And you can taste the custard.
You can.
And rhubarb.
Mm.
So now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. That's the last demo for today. Really appreciate your time. Yeah, thank you.
So we're back home.
We are.
What did we purchase?
Well, being the Rhubarb Festival, everything was rhubarb based. Well, mostly. It was. We got a couple of crowns of rhubarb, which will go into the ground tomorrow.
With instructions.
With instructions. Culture notes. So we'll see what that entails. Although we've got some rhubarb, which I've had for years. Some of it's from my granddad had an allotment on the railway down south, and it's travelled around the country.
I suppose them next, yeah.
On the way back, we saw Karen Wright. She was on British Bake Off.
Great British Bake Off back in 2018.
Doing a demonstration and showing us how to make rhubarb scones with compote.
Which were very nice. And a lovely lady.
Yes.
Very inspiring.
Yes.
I suppose. No, this one's next. Because,
we did have some fudge, rhubarb fudge.
Yeah, and banana fudge. The rhubarb fudge went very quickly,
didn't it? And you don't like fudge, but you've got some banana fudge.
I had to,
bought
because
it
I do
just
like
for you.
bananas. And it is actually quite nice, though. It's very sickly sweet.
We've got some pork pies with rhubarb on the top. Sort of a rhubarb compote, I suppose. A bit like pork pies and cranberries, isn't it, at Christmas?
Yeah, Christmas.
We bought some rhubarb and date chutney, some rhubarb and strawberry preserve, and rhubarb and ginger preserve. We had to buy some rhubarb, and there were two choices. You could have some thin rhubarb and some thick rhubarb. I like thicker rhubarb. It's all forced rhubarb this time of the year, but
that's what Yorkshire's famous for, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's why they have a Rhubarb Festival, isn't it?
Yes, they're in the Rhubarb Triangle, Wakefield, Huddersfield, and somewhere up north.
We'll tell you a bit more in a bit, but I was reading that the Rhubarb Triangle used to be bigger.
Yeah,
it's shrunk over the last few years, but so there's the rhubarb.
And then we've got some cheese. That's rhubarb and used cheese, isn't it?
Yes.
No, that's the ewe cheese.
Oh yes,
that's the ewe and rhubarb cheese. That is, I can't remember what they said that one was now. But
it's a creamy rhubarb cheese.
Yeah, creamy rhubarb cheese. We've got some. That was. I can't remember.
I can't remember what they were.
Labels on either.
These two weren't rhubarb, but
this one's Sheffield Forge. So this is a cheddar with a relish in, isn't it?
It is. I can't remember what the relish was, but
heart something relish. So
we do like cheese.
We do.
I'm very tempted by the charcoal cheese, but it was $3 for the price, and then yes.
And then I went in a antique shop, and although I think I've got this one, but I don't think I've got this edition of an Observer book. It's not a bad price, so I thought I'd have it anyway.
To add to, this is just part of them. We've got the rest on all the bookshelves. These are all Observer books. So I think it's time to put kettle on and maybe have a pork pie.
Are you not making any scones?
Not tonight, no.
You've been told how to do it now.
So we're going to try the rhubarb pork pie and some of the rhubarb cheese.
Cheese is nice. Not highly flavoured, but nice. That works, yeah.